Hey, what do you think about the word authority? If you're like me, you hate it. You hate it so much. I don't want anybody telling me what to do, how to do it, when to do it, or definitely not with whom to do it. Like, don't tell me what to do. I got it covered. Thank you very much. Or maybe you do like that word. And if you do, call me because you know something I don't know. And you are a better person. But here's the deal. When we're reading in the New Testament, if you're reading along with us, we have just finished some of the first chapters of the New Testament. And if you have not been reading with us, it's no big deal. We're still going to talk about the authority of Jesus because in these first chapters, that word keeps popping up and keeps getting linked to Jesus. So as much as we don't want to think about the authority of God, maybe we should consider it for just like a couple minutes and see if we can grab anything good out of it. When I looked it up in the Old Testament, No, I didn't. When I looked it up in the original language, it's a word that is pronounced exousia. And the definitions that were connected with it are the power of influence and the right or the privilege, the power of rule or government, the power of choice to do as one pleases, or physical or mental power. So you probably caught what word keeps getting repeated in the definition of authority, and that is power. So it's talking about how Jesus has ultimate power. And just as it's just kind of something to cement that in for you, Matthew 28:18 says, "Then Jesus came to them and said, 'All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me.'" Okay, so that settles it. No matter what, in one of the scriptures that we read this week, Satan was saying that, when he tempted Jesus, he was saying, "I can give you this authority," which, by the way, side note, so stupid. Like, you're going to try to give me authority that I already have? Idiot. All right. And so who has the power? What kind of power is it? What kind of authority, power, whatever? Well, here in Matthew 28:18, Jesus straight up says it, so we don't have to wonder. He has all the authority in heaven and on earth. He has all the power. So why is that a good thing for us? Why is it good to know that he has authority over us? He is our authority figure. Listen, one of my best friends, she will straight up look you in your face and say, "I have an authority issue." She loves Jesus so much, and this is her thing. Like, it's hard for her to be told what to do. I'm a rule follower, and it's still hard for me to be told what to do. So I think the notion of somebody having authority over us is really hard. So I just want to talk about two things super quickly that might make us feel a little bit better about Jesus having authority over us. Number one, we're not as powerful as we think we are. You're thinking that's not helpful. No, listen, it's awesome, okay? Listen, all the power that you think you have, you don't really have. You know what comes with power? Responsibility. You know what comes with power? You're held responsible for all the consequences and the effects of the things you put in place. Do you want that kind of weight put on you? When we recognize that we don't have as much power as we think we do, we can let go of counterfeit control. Like, we don't really have control. It's all counterfeit. It's an illusion. God is in control. We just act like we have control. And that's that power to rule, right? We can relax our hypervigilance. That's that mental and physical power that we read in the definition. God has power and authority over all of the stuff. He sees everything. So we don't have to be hypervigilant trying to control everything because we don't control it anyway. So watching over every little thing is fruitless. It's exhausting and doesn't do anything. We're free to relax our hypervigilance. We can find peace. That's that power of influence, the power of having the right. That's what Jesus has. So we can find peace knowing that Jesus is the one who has all the influence. Like, we don't have to influence people and persuade people and make things happen. That's God's job. We can relax. We don't have as much power as we think we do. And it's a good thing because it allows us to relax and have peace. He's the one calling the shots. He's the one holding it all together. He's the one that's responsible for the results of all those things. We can let go. It's so nice. And then the second thing is there's protection. God is omniscient, which just means he knows everything. So if he knows everything and he's the one in control and I just follow him, I'm going to keep myself out of a lot of crap that I could have talked myself into or reasoned myself into That would have been really bad for me. But if I just go, you know what, God, you're in control. You have authority over me. Just tell me what to do. I'm going to do that thing. There's safety in that. We save ourselves from a bunch of things. That is why it's a good thing that Jesus has authority over us. Those two things. We're not as powerful as we think we are, so that we can relax and find peace. And we have protection. So I hope that's comforting to you over the weekend. Go forth, relax, be protected, and have a good weekend. I'll talk to y'all next week.